I think what's most important is Sidney Blumenthal didn't have any idea what was in these memos that he was forwarding. He was merely a conduit. He didn't draft them. He doesn't know the first thing about Libya. He's never been to Libya. So that does call into question why Secretary Clinton would receive so many emails from him.
So Trey Gowdy reacting to Greta on the bucket load of emails that were handed over to the Select Committee in the House. House investigators reveal at least 60 emails between Clinton and her longtime friend Sidney Blumenthal. Ohio Congressman Jim Jordan is on that Select Committee. He's my guest now. And, sir, good morning to you. Welcome back to America's Room.
Good morning.
For those who have seen the emails, share with those who have not seen the emails about what it tells you about what was going on back and forth.
Well, I think there are two key points here, Bill. One is we all know we got more emails from Mr. Blumenthal than we got from the State Department, which raises the big question, why didn't the State Department give them to us, or did Ms. Clinton not give them to the State Department to then forward to us? And so we got to get an answer to that question. Frankly, it's sort of par for the course for the State Department. We've had a subpoena there for a couple years now, and we've yet to get the documents, not even close to the documents we deserve. Second is what the emails that we did receive from Mr. Blumenthal, what they said. I think it's interesting. Ms. Clinton has said that these were unsolicited, and yet some of the emails say, Sidney, keep them coming, keep the information flowing. Sure sounds like that's soliciting more information from Mr. Blumenthal. Whether he wrote these things or not, she was requesting more of it. And then I think the most telling one, Bill, is the one from Mr. Blumenthal, one from Mr. Blumenthal to Secretary Clinton, where he says, when Gaddafi is overthrown, it's important that you talk about the successful strategy. I think that's telling because Libya was supposed to be the shining example of the success of the Obama administration and Secretary Clinton's foreign policy. And obviously with the tragedy that occurred on 9/11, we know that it wasn't.
Yeah, indeed. Just reading from Reuters here, here's the paragraph. The years following Gaddafi's downfall have been chaotic, which now has two rival governments battling for control and Islamic State militants seeking to take advantage of the security vacuum. That country's a mess.
Yeah, sure is. Sure is. And it was, again, supposed to be, and I think this is, the now famous Ben Rhodes email, which set up this whole narrative about it was a spontaneous demonstration sparked by a video and all this. It talks about the strategy and the overall foreign policy objectives there in Libya. I think we got to remember the entire context. This all took place 50-some days before a presidential election. This was supposed to be the shining example of their foreign policy success, and obviously it was a tragedy where 4 Americans were killed. That's why we need to get the documents. That's why we need to get to the truth. But it also points to this whole narrative that they hatched and talked to the American people about, this, I think, now proven false narrative that it was a video that caused this demonstration and caused this terrorist attack.
So, I mean, he talked about vindication and successful strategy. That's what he was sharing with Secretary Clinton at the time.
Yep.
Last question. Is the State Department stonewalling your committee or not?
I mean, look, I'll let the American people reach their own conclusions, but we've had a subpoena there for 2 years. We've yet to receive even close to the documents we should from the key players like, Cheryl Mills, the Chief of Staff Secretary Clinton, Huma Abedin. Obviously, we haven't got all the things from State Department that we should because Mr. Blumenthal gave us 64 emails than what the State Department gave us. So they can reach their own conclusion. What I do know